Good afternoon. It's August the 1st, the start of August. As you can see, I'm downtown, heading home from here. 7th Avenue is completely blocked off with work being done on it. I was just in the Cornwall Centre and heading to the Crescents. I think I'll go down to Hamilton. Stopped to buy myself an iced cappuccino at Tim Hortons. Very Canadian thing to do. Not a huge fan of Tim Hortons. Much bigger fan of them than I am of Starbucks over there. I don't like Starbucks coffee whatsoever. Such a busy day I've had today. I interviewed Dr. Robert Rente for the podcast this morning. He's the one who edited Dave Duncan's two books, The Trader's Son and Corridor to Nightmare, that I've just published. That's for the World Shapers podcast, of course. And we'll be doing a launch of Corridor to Nightmare at When Words Collide in Calgary in 2 weeks. Trader's Son came out in May. So the last two books that Dave Duncan wrote, completed, and Dr. Rente was his editor for many years and was tasked in his will to prepare these for publication. So I was fortunate enough to get them for Shadowpaw Press. I'm very happy to have them. Can't see anything with my glasses on. Oh, hi, Kevin. Then what do I do after that? I got a haircut, so I'll look nice for the book launch in Calgary in 2 weeks. Less shaggy anyway. Can't do anything about my face, but Colin O'Brien over there. I buy lots of clothes there. Lancaster's pub, restaurant. The Leader building used to be where the Regina Leader Post was located, but hasn't been there for a long time. Brand new building on my right here. So that's one of the older buildings downtown over there. Brand new one over here. Then I came to the hotel. I got my haircut at the Hotel Saskatchewan. And I had a lunch meeting with somebody who wanted to pick my brains about publishing. Then I did some royalty reports. Still not quite done those. And then I came along this street. Got my new pair of contacts that I ordered. Then I went to the Cornwall Centre, picked up some pills and mailed some stuff. And now at last, I'm headed home. There's a heat warning today, but at least in the shade, it's quite pleasant. I'm sure in the sun, it's quite warm. It's only supposed to go to 30. I don't know why that warranted a heat warning. Maybe the humidity was high or something. I don't know. There's the old Bay building that's now called Century Plaza. Of course, down there is Victoria Park. But we're not going that way today. Sort of retracing my steps here. Tomorrow it's supposed to be 34 or 35, so that will be hot. And then it cools off a few degrees. Next week it's just the high 20s. And there's even some rain in the forecast looking ahead, so starting to cool off a bit. Nights are cooling off fairly nicely right now. We have air conditioning, so it doesn't matter to me as much as it once did in an unair-conditioned house when you wanted it to cool off at night so you could put a fan in the window and cool down your rooms. Also, I'm probably not terribly hot right now because I am sucking on this iced cappuccino in my left hand. So if you hear slurping sounds, that's what that is. Siam here is a very, very good Thai restaurant. That's Victoria's Tavern over there, which used to be, for a long time, it had I think it started life as a bank, and for a long time it had a florist in it. Yeah, and somebody's doing street art over on this side. It says Art in Progress, Urban Canvas. We'll just get covered in tire tracks, of course, but yeah, Trust and Loan Company originally over there. And now it's Victoria's Tavern. There's a ramen restaurant to my right, if it's still open. And then Brewed Awakening here, where I often come and write. I think I'll just go straight down Hamilton today, at least for a little bit. Golf's over there. The Motherwell building used to be an office building. Now it's condos. In fact, my brother has a condo there. Hotel Saskatchewan over there is where I worked at lunchtime.
Hockey, you gotta have the skills to do it, like.
And that's SAS Power over there, of course.
Hockey, if you don't have the skills,
Down Victoria Avenue there to the east, to the west. Golf Steakhouse over there. Haven't been there for a long time, but long running restaurant. Been there as long as I've been in Regina. SAS Power building. Used to be this was a drive-through here, but that changed some time ago. This building's been refurbished 2 or 3 times just since I've lived in Regina. Blessed Sacrament Church from the back over here on my right. That guy would have walked right into me if I'd let him. There's another coffee shop over there I've been in a few times. That's a pretty new building of condos. This used to be the bus station now, over here. But there is no bus station anymore. I'm not even sure what's in there right now. Then you got the Wawa Shrine Temple coming up there. Oh, somebody said hello or something. Can I read it? Not till I hit shade. So I'm sure whatever you said was fascinating, but I can't react to it until I get somewhere with shade. The Wawa Shrine Temple. Shrine Center, they call it now. Not temple anymore. Maybe that's considered incorrect. I don't know. And some old apartment buildings will come up along here next. Over there. We'll hit some shade up here. Maybe I can see that comment. I like the looks of this building. It seems to be well kept, but I've never been in any of the apartments in there. Pretty sure that bike just ran a stop sign, since he should have stopped just like a car. Oh, that's a long comment. I don't know if I can read that. "13th and Albert." That would be either Viet Thai or Cathedral Social Hall. And the comment before that scrolled by, so I didn't see that one. The Capel Apartments over here. move over a few feet, I can walk in the shade. Saskatchewan Apprenticeship and Trade Certification Commission, SATCC, I guess, if they use the acronym. More rather boring apartments compared to the Capel apartments back there. Restaurant over there, I don't know what it is now. It's been a few things. When we first moved into the neighborhood, it was a very nice Japanese restaurant. And it had a wagon wheel in front of it. And now it's an Indian restaurant. Dawn. Dawat, India. I don't know how long it's been an Indian restaurant. It still has a wagon wheel out front, though. It still has a certain Western cowboy look to it. Sorry, the slurping. I forget that I'm mic'd. You can hear that. Oh well, maybe it sounds refreshing. Their old building, the Nesbitt Apartments over there. Prairie Dog used to be in there. I don't know if it still is or not. Left Wing Rag, community newspaper. Holds all the opinions you are expected to hold if you're on that side of the political spectrum. So it must have been Thai. In fact, we just ordered some spring rolls from there, fresh rolls, a couple of days ago. There's still a couple of them in the refrigerator. Here we are in Central Park. We'll check out the garden over there. These are rose bushes. See a few on this side in the sun. Of course, there's a gazebo in the middle of the park here. Bit of a different view of downtown from here. You get sunbathers out here sometimes. This is memorial to Central Park, and specifically Mary Baker, who played in the All-American Girls Professional Baseball League, a league of their own. Here's this little flower garden. It's looking pretty good. I'm definitely on the sunny side of the street. I'd rather be on the shady side of the street. So I think I will change sides. Of course, that's where Central Collegiate used to be over there, and the condo building where we own a condo is right there, on the other side of that gazebo. In the winter, I always saw rabbits under here, so I presume they're still around somewhere, but perhaps they go a little further afield when they aren't huddled up conserving heat. It says over there it's going to be a new Ronald McDonald House, I believe. Which, it's a good location because the General Hospital is just a few blocks away. Looking up towards the college building. This is still called the Prince Charles. I keep thinking they should rename it the King Charles, but they probably won't. There used to be a restaurant over there, which was quite popular, but it's been gone for years and years and years. There's the Prince Charles entrance. So now we are walking along 15th, 1 block north of College Avenue. This used to be a house, now it's a business, and now it's for sale, so I guess it's nothing at the moment. I remember a lot of work being done on it. I like the house. I like the style of it and the porch and everything. But it's now a commercial space. I guess there's still a business in there, but it's for sale, so they must be moving. I think it's a salon of some sort. Yeah, I knew I saw that somewhere. We cross Cornwall. Somebody asked me to call out the street names as I'm on them, so I know where I am. Try to do that more often. I aim to please within limits. An old apartment building over there. I used to know somebody that lived in there. I'm sure he doesn't anymore. And a newer one over here. Contrast between the orange and the bright green grass is rather striking at the moment. So we step out of the shade into the sun. That's a very old house over there. It still has a plaque on it that says it belongs to a doctor who I'm sure probably died 50 years ago, because it's incised in stone on the corner of the building. I don't know if there's anything in there right now. And there you can still see it. Medical office, it says on the corner, with a number and the name of a physician. Dr. J. Joseph. But I'm sure Dr. Joseph is long gone. I've been in this house on a Davin School home tour, which was very nice. Over there's the pig snout place. That's what that awning always makes me think of. And coming up on our left is Fireside Bistro, which is in an old house, but it's been a restaurant of one sort or another for a very long time. I like to come over here sometimes if I'm on my own and need somewhere to eat. It's an easy walk from home and has pretty good food. Rather expensive, but splurge once in a while. Fireside Bistro. Yeah, of any street in Regina, that's probably the most Toronto neighborhood street. Just far less of it than there is in Toronto. Of course, in Saskatoon, there's Broadway Avenue, which is probably even more so. It certainly has a few more interesting things on it than 13th does. 13th is an easy walk from our house, so we're there a lot. And our grocery store is there, and butcher store, and fish store, post office. So it's like our neighborhood. And there's even a liquor store now, neighborhood downtown. Although we're only a 20-minute walk from the actual downtown, so at least I am. I walked down for my haircut this morning. I knew exactly how much time I had. Then my barber was late, but oh well. At least I was on time. This is McIntyre Street. Again, we're just 1 block north of College Avenue, and then Wascana Centre is on the other side. Royal Saskatchewan Museum down there. And I'm probably going to miss this light. It's a long one if you wait for it here, so if I miss it, I'll probably go down to College. On the other hand, it is a long... Oh, nope, there, I just missed it. Well, no way am I going to make that. So I will head over here to the left, down to College and Albert. Quick duck through the parking lot here. So we're off usually by gas. Is that Petro-Canada right there? That is Speck's place there is where I bought my really nice reading glasses. Leopold's Tavern next to it is a nice little pub. Don't go in there all that often because it's small and noisy, so not conducive to my working there, but it's a nice enough place. Thai Garden, been here a long time. I've been there a few times. We always go to Viet Thai that we were just talking about if we're looking for that kind of food. The old Saskatchewan Government Telephones building there, and the second oldest Sastel building behind it. The third Sastel building is downtown, attached to the Cornwall Centre, where I started from. That's where my wife works. As an engineer, oh, it's really hot on this side of the street. Not a huge surprise, I guess, and I think I'm going to miss this light just as badly as I missed the last one, so oh well. That actually belongs to the Royal Saskatchewan Museum now, and it's full of scientists and fossils and things like that. It's like this little pathway between the buildings here. Yeah, we'll have to wait for this light. It's just now going green in both directions, so. I'll bake in the sun here for a minute, and then we'll be on the homeward stretch here. Nine, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. I'll get a look at College Avenue, completely blocked off down here. It's another nice little flower garden there. This building, originally the pattern went all the way to the ground, and then they put this sort of metal wrap around the bottom, and the architect, who we knew, Joseph Pettick, who also did City Hall and the Sask Power Building, among others, was not happy with what they had done to his design, but you know, architects don't get a say in what happens to their buildings after they're built. Well, he made his feelings known, for sure. So they're working on water stuff all over the neighborhood, and College here is going to be blocked for weeks while they tear it up and put in a new pipe or something. I don't know exactly what they're going to do. It's a real pain because we're used to coming this way and we can't. Unitarian Center over there. Originally built as the Church of Christ, a scientist, Christian scientist. Jonathan Livingston Seagull is a Christian science-based book. Nothing is real, really. It's all in your head. At least that's the way I interpret what they believe. And now we're on Angus Crescent. Almost home. Which will be nice, because it's air-conditioned. And although I think the heat warning was unwarranted, it is warm. Look at that house with the blue walls and the red door. Oh, sorry, I see there was another comment there that I probably came in a long time ago. Well, compared to Toronto, yeah. That's actually a brand new house, which is very nice because it fits the neighborhood so well. But brand new. It's also a new one, obviously, but it's been nothing happening to it for weeks now. I would make more comment on that, but we have a very small extension that's now 2 years in the making and isn't finished yet. So. The first year was lost to building permit. The engineering firm that we hired seemed to be unable to provide the city with what they needed to give us the building permit. We finally said, this is what you promised to do it, and they finally did it. So, but we lost a year, and then the second year was kind of lost because the first year was lost, and now we were no longer on our contractor's schedule the way we had been. And he's swamped, of course, and apparently there's a shortage of trades in Regina, and the ones that are working on all the new construction out on the edges of the city. I've walked by it out on the east end, and there's a whole new neighborhood I barely even knew existed until recently out on the west end that I plan to go out in. Once I have a car, I'll go out there and take a walk around. Way down on the west end of Dudney, before you get to the bypass, there's a whole new neighborhood. I don't even know what it's called. And where I was called the Greens. I've been there a few times now in both winter and spring. Not so much in summer. My stitched up cut on my thumb is not bothering me too much. But every once in a while I feel a twinge or I bang it on something, then I feel it. But it's healing up nicely. It'll just take 2 or 3 weeks, I think, before the stitches will dissolve and I'll be able to admire my new scar. I'm pretty sure it's going to leave a beauty. Alrighty then. I'll stop here. Thanks for walking with me. I don't know if I'll be home. I don't know if I'll be around tomorrow or not, but I might be. Oh, hello. Somebody else said hello. Before I say goodbye, I should say hello. Trying to read it. Pointed at a dark background. Oh, miles a week? Not that many. Depends on how religious I'm being about it. I'm usually doing 40 or 50,000 steps, whatever that translates to. So probably, I don't know, 20 or 30K a week. Okay, bye for now.